Alright, so time for another weekly review. This week we had the new SSJ4 and Majin Du, who I still don't have for some reason. But we're going to talk about everything that happened this week. Daima finally got their safety unit, the actual good safety unit that they need to fight against Cell in this guy. Again, on paper, I'm gonna start with him and then we'll move on to the other things. But on paper, he does seem way better than he actually is. Right? When I see him on paper, it just seems like he's just better than Cell. But then you use him, he doesn't feel oppressive like that. I mean, so far to me, he doesn't feel that oppressive. And outside of Daima, he doesn't look good. I don't think he looks good outside of the Daima team because he needs that indestructible. Without the indestructible, he genuinely isn't doing anything that makes it, that gives you any use outside of the team. Like you don't want to use him. You can use many other characters over this guy if you're gonna use a character outside of Daima. His indestructible is what Daima needed, and because of that, Daima definitely is the best team. I'll move on to Goku. I mean, I'll come back to Goku again, but let me just talk about the equips first. So we had this new platinum equip. This took me, I swear to God, this took me more than 1,000 erasers to do. And this slot, I had to guarantee upgrade 3-4 times to even get to this number. This equipment is genuinely a scam. So be careful. And then we had this one. This one is strike attack for SSJ4. So basically for 4Ku, the new one, he has pure strike attack, does defense, and then some base stats. This one's decent, but it's like it doesn't have HP, and when equips don't have HP nowadays, it just feels a bit iffy to use them. But let's talk about this one first. So this is very important for the new Goku because you generally don't need Goku to do that much damage. His job on Daima is to just be the tank and just give that safety to you, and just survive. And so this double defense plus HP, very good equip for him. And it's not just for him, you can use it on other Daima characters as well. For example, Du, you can also use him on Du because Du also has endurance. You can just use this on him. You can use this on Tamagami as well. So even though Tamagami does have one already, but this one's better than that one, the double defense one. So definitely, if this equipment wasn't such a scam in terms of rolling, I would be more inclined to say it's farm multiple, but it's just not gonna happen. Even with the normal bonanza is a scam anyways, So even with that, it just maybe I just had bad luck. Maybe I just had very terrible luck and I just couldn't do it. But this generally took me over 1,000 erasers to do. So I don't know, man. This one, as I said, it seems decent. But the thing is, I'm just generally trying to think, okay, I have this setup, right? Do I really want to remove these two equips that give me HP and pure strike attack and strike defense anyways, right? So this gives me strike defense for melee type, 4%, 3.90. Let's just round it up to 4%. So 8%. Because I have 2 melee battle members, so 8% strike defense from the first slot, and then 8% from the bottom, so 16% strike defense here, right? And then I'm getting one defense type, so Tamagami, so 8%, so 8% from here, 4 plus 4. So Tamagami is a defense type, right? Yep. So I'm getting 24% strike defense plus 20% HP in combination with these equips, and then I'm getting how much strike attack? I'm getting 6. Let's round it up again. 6, 12. 12 from here, and then 3, 6, 18% strike attack, 24% strike defense, and 20% HP. I just really don't want to remove these equips to put that one. So I don't really want to use that here. On the other setup that I have with where is it? On this one, maybe you can say I should use that equip because I don't really have a pure offense. Okay, I have this pure offense one on him with HP, And then I decided to go for HP, ultimate damage, and special move since he gets double ultimates. Here, I guess you can make a case for that, but again, this 12% HP, since I need him to defend, just seems more useful. The equip is like if SSJ4 is a battle member, or okay, it is. So it can be used on other characters as well, but it's only Sun family. So I guess you can use this on Red Daimaku, but then again, he just has better equip options. So I don't know. I don't really know. Let's now actually talk about the characters, right? I think these were the two equips. I like the co-op equip very much, but yeah, let's talk about him. So as I said, outside of the Daima team, he doesn't really look good. I personally think he doesn't do anything for you outside of the Daima team. There's no reason for you to run him. What other blue characters do we have in the game that you can run instead of him outside of Daima? Because he's not giving you any safety. He's just a normal unit. Honestly, why would you ever use this guy over this guy? I know you can use two characters together, but this character is just gonna be better to use outside. I mean, on leader slotted on some team, it just is gonna be a better character to use. Do I need to mention this guy? He still exists, so you can use him as well outside of the Daima team. I don't really think there are any other better blue characters. I mean, honestly, I would even use Sword of Cope outside. But he's restricted to some tags. I think he needs one battle member for a certain tag, or maybe two, but combination of one or the other. I don't know. I don't remember his kit that well. But yeah, no other blue character. I don't think so. Maybe you can. I mean, I generally don't recommend running 17. He can't tank. He generally cannot tank. So I don't know. Maybe at higher stars he can tank. Red 2 he cannot tank. Sorry, that's just sadly the case. They never gave him a Zenka buffer either for him to be able to tank better. So I don't know why they hate him so much. But yeah, I again just don't see any use of him outside. But on Daima, now that's a different story. As I said, he doesn't, even on Daima, he doesn't feel that oppressive. But none of the Daima characters feel that oppressive on their own. Like, even while playing, they don't feel oppressive. They're not just killing you one card or just like, just rushing you, don't care about your endurance. And that's not what's happening with the Daima team. But they all just work together so well. Their kits are designed in a way where everything just feeds into one another. The sub-count manipulation, the card sealing, the art cost down, the cover change, the buff removal from this Goku so that you can cover change into other characters, the rush sealing, the main sealing, like everything just feeds into one another. And that's what I think makes Daima really, really good. And I do think Daima is the best team currently. Again, I don't know the best combination of the three because I don't have all the units, so I can't really test and say, okay, this one's my favorite or this is the best. But I do think that Vegeta and SSJ4 might be core on the team. And then the third one, you can run Ku, Du, Tamagami, Red Daima Goku, I think. But, I mean, no, not Red Daima Goku. No, that team doesn't work. Red Daima Ku, Vegeta, and this guy. Because I think there you're going to have troubles tanking. You're going to have trouble tanking there with Red Daimaku. If you're going to run Red Daimaku, then you have to remove Vegeta from the team and put Dooku or Tamagami. Because Red Goku can't tank, Vegeta can't tank. So you don't really want two characters that can't tank. You can have one character that can't tank, the other two will help him survive. But if there are two characters that can't tank, disrupt that much, it's a GG. So you can't really run Vegeta and Goku together. I mean, Red Daimaku together. So you have to pick one or the other. But I don't think there's a world where the Red Daimaku setup is going to be better for you over this Vegeta. So I think Vegeta definitely should be core. Again, I don't have all the knowledge when it comes to this team. I don't have every option available. I've not tried. But I do think Forku and Vegeta should be the core. And then the third unit you can swap between Dooku, Tamagami. So, I mean, that's what I think. I'm not sure though. That would be my idea of the best team for Daima. These two together, and then third option is where I don't know what makes the team the best. But them together definitely do work. I have yet to read Doo's kit again. I read it once when he released. I'm still trying to get him. Because if he didn't have endurance, I wouldn't have cared. But because he has endurance, I want him. And also his like obscure is very useful. That's definitely a very, very annoying and toxic, but also unique way of defending. Obscure is not unique as a mechanic, but in terms of defending, it is unique. Like that's a unique way of defending. You like usually you do healing, card cost down, or disrupts and everything to heal. Here it's just like obscure. Now you're gonna be a bit hesitant to click the cards, you know. So that that is something that is very good about him. I don't know what else he does, but he does give you safety, you know, endurance wise. I'm certain he also like does a lot of annoying debuffs and stuff. He also gets another out, and he also cancels buff effects if I'm not wrong, which is somewhat missing on the Daima team. Tamagami does it, but then you're not gonna run Tamagami and Do together. And in case of Do, at least Do has endurance, which Tamagami doesn't. So you can see his use there as well. Let me see about his. He does cancel buff effects. Yeah, enemy buff effect 3 times when they use a special move while this character is on the battlefield. And for ult, I think he does it once. Yeah, cancel active enemies buff effects once. Okay, he doesn't even need to be on the pitch, so he can be anywhere when they ult or rush you. Arts power down as well, so yeah, he does seem very useful as well. Daima team overall was genuinely just waiting for this guy to happen, for SSJ4 to happen, because as I said earlier during the Vegeta, a lot of times I've said the Vegeta, he was just not good enough to make the team. I mean, he wasn't the unit. He wasn't the type of unit that was gonna make Daima team usable. So we all knew that. Once Vegeta dropped, we all knew, okay, another Daima release is happening because the campaign is also there. That Daima release will definitely have safety like indestructible or comeback, because they need to help the team against Cell. Because if you don't have that, Cell is just gonna run over you and you can't really do anything. So ergo this guy exists, and without him, honestly, he is the most important character on the Daima team. Without him, the Daima team does not exist. It's not usable without him. So you definitely need this guy. But then again, outside of Daima, in my opinion, he's not usable. He's usable, but he'll not give you that much value. So I don't see a point of summoning for this guy to use on another team. If you wanna use this guy, make sure you have a Daima team, or you're ready to invest more into Daima tag. Otherwise, there's generally no point summoning for Ku. And that is one thing I like about him, that his indestructible, for selfish reasons, I would have liked for it to be, you know, without any conditions, or maybe like one Daima battle member. But then the issue is, as I said, I've mentioned this before in another video, I wouldn't abuse him on leader slot like that. You know, I would still run pure teams like Sun Family, Saiyan. I would run those teams. But I know people would abuse his indestructible then by putting him on leader slot on teams like Androids or Vegeta Clan or something, and it was just, that's why I'm just like, you know what, even though I know I wouldn't do it, other people would do it, so I'd rather just not it be a possibility, so that other people can't just be annoying. So I'll take that. Generally, that's what I have been saying for like a few months, like 6, 7, 8 months, that we need. Correct. I know it sounds counterintuitive to variety, but we definitely do need characters to be a bit more restricted in their kits. Otherwise, everybody just uses them on leader slot, and like, there's no point of running a pure tag, like a pure team. Like genuinely, everybody just puts them on leader slot and moves along. So I would rather have this be the case where they restrict characters to tags, because I think that is just good for the game's health overall. Because right now you can run androids, because he makes sure that people are not running that many cells. So if you're not running into cell every match, you don't have to worry about your cell and Android 17th endurance getting nullified very easily on androids, because androids don't have a safety unit like this. So you can run them, and when you run into cell, you're also running cell, so it's just like both cancel each other out, so it's like somewhat fair. Before that, yes, that would happen, but it just still wasn't good enough. Now, since that situation happens less often, it's fine. So if it happens every now and then, at least you both cancel each other's endurances out, you know, because the thing is, I say that, but people were just using Cell on Future with Gohan and Trunks. In that situation, if you're running androids, you are just in a severe disadvantage because you have no safety, they have a safety. So that's where it was kind of shaky. Even now, people would use him on future, of course, with Cell. But as I said, you would face him less. So even if a match or two is somewhere like, it's like, okay, man, whatever. I'm unlucky, face this guy. It's not like it's impossible to win. You can still win. So, you know, I do think he made Android's team better as well. So that's more variety. You can run future. Many people are saying because he is immune to a lot of BS, he has more value now. So maybe that's a good thing as well. Yeah, I guess that's it for the video. I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, this release I think was a good one because it only helped Daima and nothing else. And yeah, that's it for the weekly review. I don't know if they're gonna release another Daima character this soon. Maybe they release something for anniversary, but I would be shocked if they release another Daima character because I think this is the build up of Daima team complete for now. And I think they would rather just help them later on during the anniversary when the team starts to, you know, get a bit, when they need a bit of help. I think that's when they would help the Daima team, but we'll see. Anyways, when you are seeing this, it's gonna be, okay, it's 31st of March. You're gonna be seeing it today. Tomorrow's April Fools. Maybe they do something, a character or something. We will see. But for now, that's it for the video. Let me know your thoughts on Daimaku. I mean, for Ku and everything about Daima team, because I personally, again, I'm gonna say it, I think Daima is the best team in the game. But you give me your opinions and leave a like and subscribe if you have watched this far, and I'll see you in the next one.